Hey everybody, it's Joker. With me is the man with the mohawk, the king of the high cap of virtue with Sinister Customs, and down below, making his freaking camera look like a jittery ass mess, is Buck.
I'm trying to get set up. I'm working on it. Give me 1 second.
So we're gonna go ahead and talk some stuff that people have. Yes, I'm gonna be dark because I'm in a hotel room, and that light in front of me is super freaking bright. All right, so let's. These drawers are pissing me off. Wedge something in place there. All right, so we're going to talk about some stuff, some rules, things, and everything else that were updated. Nothing. Were you going to come join us tonight? You want to come on the stream tonight? What are you doing? Don't worry about it because we're streaming now. We're currently streaming. Talk to you later. Bye. Sorry, guys. Thought Emma was going to join us, but she's on a shoot, so that's not going to happen. So we put up a new rules packet, and we're going to go over some of them real quick. Somebody just asked where the hell the link went to, where to look at this at, and I really hate sometimes dealing with this stuff. I don't know where it went off to. All right. So, anyways, we're going to talk about the stream tonight, or the event this weekend. So we're going to answer any questions you guys might have, so we can go through and take care of all this. So if you guys have any questions, now's the time to ask them. What's the link for? Link for what? The rules? Crap. Let's see here. The rules are up on the Big House Milsom community page. All right. Yeah, guys, I'm a little more scatterbrained than normal. Unfortunately, I got some really bad news today regarding my mother, so we'll just get through this. All right. Is Outcast coming? Some of the Outcast members are coming.
Yeah, some of them are coming, not the entire team.
Are the AA-12s with drum mags allowed?
No.
Don't even say no. All right. I want to address something that a few people got a little upset with about the updated the rules packet going up with the change of the multicam tropic. We've been saying multicam tropic has been a no since Syndicate 2. We're not going to make any exceptions for anybody for multicam tropic, because if we make exception for one person, we have to make it for everybody, and we're just not going to do that. I'm sorry if you're upset. I'm sorry if you're offended that you didn't know beforehand and then it wasn't adequately clear. We don't know what the hell happened to the website. The website had the updated rules and the other waiver. It looks like the website got reverted back for some reason because we don't have the waiver up for big possibilities. We're going to put those up on Discord and on there's the guys to download and bring your waivers with you. So understand that we thought we had already had the rules up there. And when people start commenting and saying everything else that the rules are not up to date, the rules don't reflect what we already know. Sorry, they will be updated when I get back home and resolve everything. Is Kuchen Otter allowed for cartel uniform?
Is what?
Who's that, sir? It's I believe it's a Russian camo.
It's a what camo?
Russian.
Hold on, I have the internet right here.
Yeah, because I'm
not actually familiar with that one. Hold on.
I'm not familiar with it either.
If it's the one I think it is, it should be okay. If it's the one that
Buck, you sound like you're underwater, bud.
Phone.
Oh, this is like M81 and Tiger Stripe had a baby. Yeah, no, this is fine. There's no way to mistake this for anything but what it is.
Approved. There you go. Oh, she commented on.
Oh, Knobridge is selling it. Are you sure it's gonna
I
last?
don't give a shit about Doveridge. It's not his fucking eight. That's one thing to not get into the rules packet. If you have a Novrich AFU unit, you're not allowed to use that on the field. Give me 1 second. Mom's asking for.
That's an insurance problem, guys. Those things are not safe. And I know for a fact it is currently actively being banned on at least 18 fields.
Yeah, guys. Edwards, we're a bit early because, to be blunt, I have some end of life decisions for my mother I got to make at around 7:30 or so. So I wanted to get this out of the way. So we're not streaming for long. We're just going over the Syndicate 3 stuff. So rule number 1 for this event is do not add to my stress. You probably would not like to hear the response when it comes out of it. The Novrich anti-fog unit. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Let's see here. Wow. Damn it, Mom. Amanda, 1 second.
Yeah, Bugbait, the Knobridge anti-fog unit.
Hey,
The long and short is it was released with a rating for impacts underneath, what was it, 0.7?
0.7 joules.
Which is Springer can crack. We've already had 2 reported incidents of somebody getting shot in the back of the head and the battery igniting. So there's a bunch of fields just banning it.
All right. So let's go over some of the basic rules and the basic changes. Don't add to my stress. You're not going to like the response. If I have to come off the field or come out of character this weekend, it's not going to be a good day. All right. Thank you, Stephen. So the second rule is don't be a dick, so forth and so on. There is going to be, I want to talk about the chapel real quick, which I don't have the map. Fuck, I don't have the map with me. God, I love it. All right. I don't have the cloth map to show you guys, or the thing to go up there. But there is a courtyard around the in front of the chapel. God damn it! Now it's hot. Fucking turn off. I'm sitting right next to the AC unit, and it's either too cold or too fucking hot because I'm sitting right here. Oh. You can't miss it, but please do. Yeah. There's a red rope that is now going around the majority of it, and there'll be more rope added tomorrow. There's going to be signs that says, do not enter, do not shoot. If we catch you pointing your gun or walking into that courtyard at all, you will be sent home. No ifs, ands, or buts. You're going the fuck home. All right? We cannot stress the level of importance of protecting the chapel is. There is a path that goes from Building 5, a footpath that goes to Building 5 by H, right between F and the chapel. That footpath is in play for certain periods. Okay, when you cross the rope barriers and you go through, you can go all the way down to your past transformers, which will be painfully obvious of what the hell I'm talking about. Engaged. You cannot sit there not being engaged, watching all the action and then move out, because there's going to be different pathways people can go. You cannot shoot up that path. You cannot shoot towards the chapel at all. So there is a pathway that people can go because it opens up more of the field. All right. So be real mindful where you shoot, where you go, and know you just can't sit there gaining intel inside of the safe zone while you're waiting for to see the buddies are. You have to be moving through and going. If admins catch you in there for too long, you're gonna be told you're dead. Go back to respawn. Yeah, if you see big cross pane, stained glass windows, you're not supposed to be there. All right.
If you
Building
see
10
Jesus, you're going to find Jesus. Stay out of it.
There is no Jesus in there. I mean, all right. Let me rephrase before I piss off the Christians. There is no depiction of Jesus inside there. I don't think.
But you will find some as spookies.
Yeah. The tunnel is in play all the way down to the basement of 1. Do not go upstairs in the basement of 1 to any other floor. You can go out to 8, 9, and 10, but 10 interiors off limits. So don't do that. Let's see. Other changes that came into the rule. If you have a HPA tapped high kappa that uses an M4 mag, that is your primary weapon and your only primary weapon. You cannot carry any other secondary or anything else. That is your weapon. So if you're choosing to make that choice, that's your choice. Any advice for new player to your events? Definitely reach out to us when you get there saying that you are a new player. We'll try to put you with some advanced players so you get an idea and know how. The big thing is we are Milsim Light and we're here to have fun. What are the spawns for each side? Alpha is Cartel and 8 is DEA.
Oh yeah, Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Buildings out of play are building 2. Wait, I got a fucking map. That's right. I got a map. I got a map.
Swiper, no swiping.
While you're doing that, for those of you on Cartel that are asking me for radio frequencies, now is your time.
Those will be released day of the event.
I told them that so many times that nobody believes me.
You already gave them out?
No, I don't even have them. I don't have them.
I was like, I didn't give them to you intentionally just so you wouldn't give them out.
I don't have them.
Radio frequency will be giving out day of the event. The only one you guys need to be aware of is 420, 420. Stay off it unless it's an emergency.
I've been telling people it doesn't come out till we get there, and no one wants to believe me. It's like I know what I'm talking about sometimes.
Well, DEA evidently already has a frequency channel in the 430s.
What the fuck?
Well, I'm not even. I don't care.
Rick, if you ask me again, I'm gonna come give you a big old smooch right on your cheek.
Rick's not even on the roster, so
I know. Is Rick coming to the event at all?
Yeah, Rick's coming.
Rick, I'm gonna come give you a big old smooch.
Way to make it weird, Buck.
Always.
Fuck, I just want to share the goddamn video. What the fuck? Add source.
Buck doesn't exist. I don't exist. I'm a figment of your imagination. I'm like a cancer. Or maybe you are schizophrenic. I'll leave that up for you to decide.
I'll just add it to the fucking graphics. I'm trying to figure this out so I can have you guys up here. This really sucks not having 2 screens.
You can use your phone as a second screen.
No, I can't.
You could use your phone as phone for the chat, and then you could use your computer for everything else.
That's not why he's trying to get a second screen.
Oh.
That sort of works.
No, it doesn't. But
Appreciate it, Rick. Buck is the Illuminati. Always. That's why I wear this on my neck every day.
Oh, wait. I might be able to do it this way. Window. Let me just open it up this way.
Miss you, Wiener. Hope you're having fun on your cruise.
Hope you survive Carnival.
Again?
He likes to push his luck, man.
Let's hope they've got the good shrimp this time.
I think I got it.
Oh, yeah, sure. Have been waiting. Good to hear. Good to hear. Can't wait to see you on the field.
Either way, have fun.
What the fuck? Oh, you all can see it?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go over to buildings. Bravo is out of play. 3 and all that red is out of fucking play. So there's going to be a ways for you guys to go through here, all the way down to here. This is going to be the safe zone. This line right here. Okay. And then there's going to be some stuff. So then that way, you shouldn't be shooting people when they come through. All right. It should be pretty self-explanatory, pretty obvious. You cannot sit in this safe zone. You should not sit in the safe zone. Oh, fuck. Hey, honey, what's up? Okay.
There's no hanging out in the safe zone. You're moving through. We
All
find
right.
you hanging out there, you're going to hate life.
About 30 minutes. Bye. Nurses wake the worst patients. Just so y'all know, nurses make the worst patients. All right. Okay. So the basement of 1 is in play. The 10 is not in play. The 9 is in play. So ignore the red 9 there. All right. And whenever you got to go out, Buck, you can go out. So I do want to say that around each alpha, there's going to be no shooting zones. Like, let me go back to the map here. Between 7 and 8 right here, you can go out the back, but you cannot engage past this line right here. If you're in 7, you cannot shoot right here. They have to be able to get the ability to get up the stairs and get out of there in order to push. All right. The entire backside is in play, but if Cartel, if you get here at B, it's a straight shot to A. You can't shoot within 100 meters around A. All right, we're going to have things that say don't enter, don't shoot. It applies to your side, okay? Again, if you get an I, you get to this back door right here, you cannot shoot an alpha. If you are in 7, you cannot shoot down into 8. If you're in D, in this doorway that's right here, you cannot shoot down to take him out into that area. All right, the alphas are not in play. If you're an Echo, you can engage up to this point right here. If you can reach all the way out there, congratulations. Just don't shoot into their area. All right. Stay out of G and H. H, we might have some like intermittent stuff that might happen in there, but I don't know if we have anything planned for it this time around. G is totally off limits. F is going to be the staging area for the Op 4 team. You might see a lawn chair with an umbrella outside of it. Nikolai might be sitting in it. He might be accepting bribes. We'll go from there. All right. So windows are never in play. I don't care how broken they are. I don't care how busted they are. I don't care if there's no window whatsoever. Windows are not in play. They've never been in play. Anybody shooting the windows or out the windows will be asked to leave, at least for the Evo, if not for the thing. So if I catch you doing it,
You're a naughty, naughty boy, and I'm going to slap you on the wrist.
no, if I catch them doing it, they're going to probably get you kicked off the field.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice.
Let's see here. I'm just answer any questions. All right. Driving home from work. Blah, 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 blah.
Any rules on flashbangs or such from Bugabait?
Okay, so yes, I went out there. As it stands right now, the field looks like it's wet enough to have smoke and pyro outdoors. However, we have even one fire, no smoke, no pyro.
Yes, Joe Kelly, that is correct.
Yes, they are. You want peanut butter on Nico? He likes it. I don't think Nico's. You mean Nikolai? No, he does not.
No. Let it, Nico. Yeah, totally. If Nico shows up, try to rub peanut butter on him.
That's what I was about to say. He's not coming.
Right on his toes.
Bug bait, flashbangs, grenades. They have a 15-foot kill radius, and if you're in a 30 by 30 room, it kills you. Because if it was a real grenade,
You'd be dead.
you'd be dead.
Definitely
Or
dead.
injured enough to where you probably would not be sitting there trying to fire back without there.
To
if
be
you
honest,
could
you'd probably
see-
be dead next door.
If you can see the explosion in the room that you're in, If you can physically see that thing exploded, and it's a 30 by 30, you're dead. Yes, Maximus, you can always use heavier weight after you pass chrono. What about an M4 tap scattergun? Tyler already addressed this in a previous thing. People asking about it. No M4 tap scattergun. Sorry.
If you want to run an M4, run an M4. If you want to run a shotgun, run a shotgun. No
I'm running a
cheesing.
shotgun.
That's 80 shots that you can do with an EMP1. Tyler, all right. So I'm gonna say this. I'm not trying to be snippy, guys. If I'm snippy on here, just understand that I've had a really bad day, and I'm trying my best to stay happy and things. But really, I'm not in a very joking or happy mood. For those of you who don't know, my mom's being transferred in a hospice tonight. She broke her back evidently on Saturday when I wasn't at the house, and she was taken to the hospital last night at 11:15. And so if you guys see me upset or anything else, I would like to ask you all a favor. Don't ask me how I'm doing. It's not going to help me in any way, shape, or form. Instead, it's going to take my focus away from what it needs to be, which is on the game. I am not going home. I am running this. However, I will be leaving right after the raffle. So for those of you that are going to be helping Mishka clean up, I would greatly appreciate you guys coming up and getting it all organized and set up so I could take off as soon as raffle's over with because I need to get home. All right, back to rules. All right, so we already addressed the camo situation. If you guys don't like it, I'm sorry. I really don't appreciate getting messages and everything else saying, oh, you changed it at the last second. We didn't change it at the last second. It just wasn't in the rules that you guys could see. And it is what it is. On the go surplus will be there. You guys can get new pants and stuff if you want. From there, that'll be fine. To clarify something that people seem to be unsure about, you must have a dead rag, dead light, and a flashlight. If you do not understand any of those things, what they are, you need to reach out to us, but you need a flashlight on the property. It gets pitch black in those tunnels. Inside the rooms, it gets dark. So you can go from one really well-lit room into almost pitch blackness by simply stepping through a doorway. You must have a flashlight, period. When you are hit, you must turn on your dead light as well as use your dead rag. Okay? Another thing, if you guys are in the basements, in the tunnels, or in a pitch black room, and you have a dead light on and you are not facing where the enemy is coming in from, and you get shot, that is your fault. Understand that it's pitch black. They might not see the light. They might only see a body. Make sure you have a bright dead light. Sometimes those chem lights aren't bright towards the middle or end of the day, and people might not be able to see it. Okay? So understand and go through that. Yes, sir.
I just wanted to point this out. I don't know if anyone's been watching the weather lately, but we are expected to get a decent amount of rain both days. So for those of you guys that are, I'm checking on Weather Underground. Says Crescent, Pennsylvania has a 50% likelihood of rain, or over 50%, or 55% for Saturday, 70% chance for Sunday. Crescent, Pennsylvania.
You do realize everybody can actually decipher that, right?
Oh,
because it's backwards.
I forgot. I'm sorry. Regardless, for those of you that don't have rain gear or aren't dressed for the elements, please make sure you've got gear for it. We're probably going to be indoors a lot anyways. The lights are going to really come in handy for that stuff, especially being if it is actually going to be a full-on downpour. That light's going to come in real handy with those clouds.
That said last time, well, I'm not going to use a flashlight. I'm going to put this as bluntly as I can. I don't care if you're actually going to use it or not going to use it. You have to have it. If you choose to be an idiot and not use your flashlight while going through a dark room, that's on you. But insurance, you have to have it.
I've got one on my pistol. I was gonna put one on my shotgun, but decided against it. So I'm planning on clearing any dark rooms with my pistol. I'm just as proficient.
Um,
Or going with a group.
Going to some other things. Prisoner taking. We've said this before. Anybody that's been to Syndicate 2 and above, you know what the prisoner taking rule is. It's really simple. Unless you are bled out, and I swear to God, if we catch one of you motherfuckers turning around and say, "Up, I bled out," as somebody's running up to you to take you prisoner, your ass will go out to the parking lot. All right, because I don't want any of this bullshit. Like I said, this is this is going to be a short-tempered moment. If somebody is running up to you and you've bled out already, you wait to let that player get past you. If that player can't take you prisoner, fine. If that player gets to you, doesn't do what he needs to take you prisoner, and it's been like another minute, fine, get up and walk. But if you see somebody running towards you and all of a sudden miraculously you're getting up because you suddenly bled out, any admin catches you doing that, you will be taken prisoner. You will go back there, and you better have a damn good reason why why you decided to do that.
And you will cost your team points because being
Yeah.
a cheese dick is a war crime.
Yes, mounted on your pistol is just fine, Maximus. As long as your weapon has a flashlight on it. That's at least one of your weapons has it. That's all we care about. We need you to be safe. All right. Every rule that we have in here is about player integrity, right? So when it comes down to taking prisoner, if I take Sin prisoner and I decide that, and all of a sudden I'm being under fire and I have to run to cover, you attach yourself to that person. As the prisoner, you follow through. Don't lollygag. Don't go. Move as fast as it enables you are to get to cover with the person taking you prisoner, because you want anybody you take prisoner to do the same thing. Okay. Now, does that mean that if I decide, oh fuck, I need to get back as fast as possible, I'm going to run all the way back to CP and expect Sin to keep up with me? No, that isn't the case at all. It has to be reasonable, a reasonable speed. So if you walk kind of fast, try to keep up with them. If they're running all the way back to respawn, not a reason to keep up with them. Okay.
Before you continue with the next one, I have to leave out. I wanted to give you a quick bit of sentiment, Joker. I love you to bits. I hope everything turns out okay. If you need anything, please call me. To all of you guys that are attending Syndicate, I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to hanging out with you all. We will definitely have a fun go around, and love you soon as well. See you guys.
Bye.
That being said, because I watched it happen, there is no using your prisoners as a human shield wall.
The prisoners die. And remember, when you take a hit, you're supposed to go to the ground. So if your prisoner gets hit and goes down, you have no cover anyway. Shoot you soon, Buck. With that, and you have as many lives as you have when you get taken prisoner, when you get taken back. So if you've been shot one time, you still have 2 lives that you could have, like another revive and another life. Now, if you already had 2 armbands on, the third time you get hit, and it's your third time getting hit, you're waiting to bleed out, you can still be taken prisoner 1 time. Okay. The only time when you can't be taken prisoner, if you're legitimately been walking back to, you got it to start walking back, you're walked more than 15, 20 feet away from where you were, and you're walking back to respawn bled out. That's the only time that you cannot be taken prisoner, is on the bleed out walk of shame, because technically you're already dead and you're going to go there. So when you go to the respawn, I mean, obviously, if you go to take somebody prisoner, you should say, do you have any intel?
Kill card.
Or anything like that. If you do carry on you have to hand them over. The hand over are your personal kill card, nobody else's. All right. If you collected a whole bunch, you don't have to hand over the ones that you collected, just your personal kill card. The intel, you have to hand it over, or any objectives. That's the other word I was trying to fucking say. Any objectives. Now, here's where things get tricky, right? If you get taken all the way back to base and you get to the enemy CP and you're carrying intel and you're carrying an objective and you're not searched, the problem comes in, what happens to that item? Do you turn it in or what? What you should do is There should be an admin at each CP. You when you go to bleed out, you turn it into the admin and said, this was never recovered off my body. Those do not count for points for that side, and they get reseated. All right. So we'll address this during the safety brief in depth to make sure people. What am I saying? You can watch? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. So understand that again, it's one of those integrity-based things because you cannot dead carry back objectives or intel. All right.
Hold on. So scrolling down. Civilians, same as last year. Friendly foe. Civilians are the same as last year. They may be your friend. They may be your foe. They may be just hanging out having a tea party.
Yeah. So let's see. How does this look? That's not bad. Both of us are like in 4K, so we actually look sexy tonight.
Sorry, there was another question. Where to go? Special rules on ghillies.
So I'll tell you this much: there is no woods inside the wire. I mean, there's very few areas that have any foliage inside the wire that we're going to be playing in. So having a ghillie in there, you're probably going to get spotted pretty quick because it's in that weird shade phase between the grass is like this high. The bushes that are there are sticks. They're not even. They have no green on them.
They have no foliage. So I'm going to say this as a person that's used a ghillie on this field. There are very few places where it's actually useful. I'm not going to say it's not useful because I have literally laid in the field and had an entire team walk past me because they didn't pay attention to their surroundings. So I'm not going to say it's use. There's no rules against it. You can wear a ghillie suit. Keep in mind, it's not going to be 100% practical.
It's not because when you're laying there, you're going to be a blob that stand out. The grass is literally that tall, maybe that tall. It's not like how it was before at like Scorched Earth or Geigerlands where the grass was chest high. That was perfect opportunity to use a ghillie and shit there because you had.
Yeah, but you're observant. I'm just saying. But your underlying layers must match your team color.
Yes. Let's see here. Question about JTF. May have missed this JTF regular night and night game or just JTF. There will be a JTF mission and a night game that will be going on. I have no rule information on what the game mode is going to be, but it will be in 4, 5, and 6. Ghillie isn't hiding much bush. It is the bush. That is actually very true.
It's accurate. Honest opinion or a DMR or a sniper for this event? There are very few practical places where sniper rifles are actually relevant. To be honest with you, you're going to be, if that's your playstyle, that's your playstyle. There are places to use it, but you're literally going to be waiting for a shot. Most of the gunfights, most of the action is going to take place indoors.
Especially if it rains.
Especially if it rains, and then you're going to be sitting there with nothing to do.
Could we elaborate a little bit on shotguns? Sorry, I missed it. M4 tap shotguns are a no-go. The AA-12 with the drum mag is a no-go.
Striper is a no-go. Flak 5 or Flak 10 is a no-go.
That's what pistols are for. This is a rifleman SMG AO. Absolutely. Absolutely. LMGs even get a little nerfed too because the biggest problem that we have, and this is like, and this is real talk, guys. You know, look, we could be like other hosts and say, fuck it. Have fun. The problem that comes up is we've tried opening up more classes and everything else inside this AO. The hallways are narrow. There's a lot of cut points and everything else. You can literally have two or three guys holding down entire lanes because of their SMGs and everything else with full auto going through. We had 3 guys. 2 of them had rotary shower shells. Rotary launchers and shower shells. As he passes it off, they unload and they had a chain going to where they literally kept down one entire lane for a good 45 minutes to an hour. And the problem that we have to go through is one of the things that we said that yes, we are Milsim Light, but we're also designated for fun. And if three people can hold down an entire lane, you have to make adjustments. That's why there's no riot shields on here. Besides the fact that riot shields are cheese as shit. Yes, I'm talking about you, Jay Rodriguez. Riot shields are at this place are just overpowered and devastating. And the thing is like we want players to come back and experience. Now it might seem like it's extremely limiting. However, when you get outside of what you want to do and just play the game and have fun with something that works, people have a blast here. It might seem like we're trying to be limiting. Oh, it's only because we have 6 games. This will be the 6th game that we've run there. And we know how the AO works. We know how it operates. Do not mention any names, Rodriguez.
Oh, no. We'll throw you guys under the bus left, right, and center.
Like for instance, the tunnel. The tunnel's in play. And with that tunnel being in play, you guys trying to go down the tunnel with just 2 or 3 LMGs or SMGs shooting up that freaking tunnel, nobody will be able to go anywhere. Because there's literally no cover. So as it stands, sure, if you have force fields, Stu, by all means. Let's see here. The other thing
you can use the force.
So there will be JDAMs. There will be mortar strikes this game. So buildings will get blown the hell up and people will be forced out. I just said that, Dante. Yes, it is. And the basement of 1. When in doubt, don't do it. So yeah, you had to come rescue us in the tunnel last year. Yes, I did. It's okay, Dante. You literally just when you did it, I just said the tunnel is going to be if full auto was allowed inside, it would be a wall of death. All right.
Yeah, guys, we have to take 2 major things into account: safety and balance. We want the game to be fun for everybody, and we want it to be safe for everybody. There's a few things that are both not fun and not safe, like the Rotary Gang is where I'm going to start calling them, who decided to start the machinish factory of shower shells down the hallway. It was not fun for anybody except for them, and it was really freaking unsafe because when you've got that many ricochets bouncing around a narrow corridor, it was just ridiculous.
Yeah. So back to prisoners for a sec. Guys, have fun with that. Really, have fun with it. When you take prisoners back, if you execute them, just be aware that it won't be real war crimes, but the civilian population might not take too kindly to you guys just murdering the other side. So maybe something might change and go through. You don't need to show off right now with your metal penis.
No. Rick asked a question, and I want to.
Are the Matrix tornadoes allowed? Yes.
Yes.
I think
no, Rick. By the way, no lightsabers.
We actually had a dude split his eye open during. Yes. Wait. Hold on. You can have a lightsaber.
You can't use it in
a pool noodle. Yes, you can if it's in a pool noodle.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll allow it. If you want to put a pool noodle,
full force in a freaking pool noodle.
Yeah, if you wrap it in a pool noodle, sure.
So the only grenade that wasn't allowed, there was one of the Bang 22s, right? The Bang 22.
The Bang 22 Extreme, the short version, is not allowed.
That
is a miniature flamethrower.
Yeah. Let's see what else there. So to give you guys a warning, whoever has not been here before, the civilians will be using propane simulating guns plus cold blank fire guns. There's going to be the main safety brief that everybody must attend at least sometime during Friday or Saturday. Okay. Then before the 2 teams go out to their sites, everybody's going to be mustering up in front of each because we're going to have a whole shit ton of people. We can't do it in building 2. Are foam swords allowed? Yes, they are, Ella. We have to see them first to do it. We'll separate the two teams out, and then we're going to have Echo 4, Fallon from Echo 4 explain the things if you guys are out there for it. What about propane accessories? No. There's going to be, they'll explain those out there. There's also going to be propane cannons out there placed that are going to periodically just go boom. You could stand in front of them and it won't hurt you. Just be aware that they're going to be out there. It's placed across the AO. All right. Don't put your hand on them. Don't touch them or anything else.
No tags, no tag aerials. There are no aerial projectiles, and
Correct.
no tag and shotgun shells.
Indoors, because you said you can do it outdoors.
Yeah, outdoor, no indoor.
Yeah, no tag launchables. None of the chalk rounds, none of the paladins, none of the things that you shoot and go boom. Save that for another event that has vehicles. If the battle bus is out there, it'll be for troop transport only and drop off. Nobody will be shooting from the bus, so don't shoot the bus in any way, shape, or form. Grenades are totally acceptable. Like it said, right now, we are okaying pyro to be outdoors. But if we have even one fire, we're going to shut it down because it looks like it's okay, but there is still some dead grass out there, and we can cause a fire across the place.
I say last time it looked like it was okay. We had 3 fires in rapid succession. So, no, we had 5 total, but the 3 that happened back to back to back were the annoying ones.
Can we bring the cocaine bear? Sure. Tribe, I'm not doing too good, to be honest with you, brother. By the way, if you guys want to bring props, like drug props or whatever, feel free. The mouse, $8. Again.
Cocaine mouse.
So we don't have much cocaine left over. Jesus Christ, that's probably going to get us fucking flagged on YouTube. Cocaine. You can bring C4 props if you guys want stuff. Buckshot is still fine, last I hear. Outdoors, yes. I prefer your crack too, Stu. Bring the rocks.
Yeah, the buckshot shells are allowed outside. Again, the corridors, guys. I cannot express this enough. The corridors are tight. I did an experiment and I got shot by a buckshot shell at close range. It is not fun, and anybody that's ever played with me knows I ain't a wimp.
Yeah. Okay, what else? There will be rewards for people that bring us back trash. And we mean trash. If there's books, leave the books where they are. If it's stuff that looks like it's paper that belonged to the prison, we'll leave it where it is. All right. The cereal room in the basement, do not take those things out of the cereal room. Okay. If you see grenade frags in there, take those out. I can tell you right now, the guys that won the most stuff from the raffle has always been the people that done the trash collecting out on the field. Yes, bug bait, the IWA grenades are allowed. You know what those are, right, Sin?
Yeah, yeah.
The 4-banger? Yeah.
Yeah, those are allowed.
If you're going to spend $60, I mean, hopefully you get it on camera.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good kill. Claymores with hand detonators, yes, are allowed, but you can't. No claymores.
IR trips are allowed. Trip wires are not allowed.
You cannot make. I can't believe I have to say this again. You cannot make actual booby traps.
Solid green shirts are allowed for cartel. Yes.
We are always taking props, man.
Yeah, if you guys got props, bring them on over. We'll take them for sure. Especially empty. Oh, fuck, man. I could have brought I could have, you know how many prescription bottle things I have for Damien I could have brought? I meant to bring them up because we're going to use them at Geigerlands anyway. Fuck. I could put Mike Ikes in there.
I don't know which Facebook use that is, but yeah, I saw the Discord conversation and we stepped in to deal with it. People are just dumb.
Look, a tribe.
I don't know why anybody would think the green team wouldn't be allowed to wear green.
So let me explain the Nikolai mission. All right. At the start of the game, both teams have the Nikolai mission. So if you guys go for it, whoever shoots and gets their hands on Nikolai has to bring them back. Like whoever gets them back to their CP, that's where the rule is and all that. So Thanks, Amanda. We'll definitely take them.
Yeah. So to roll back real quick, to clarify. Yes, you can wear a green shirt. What you cannot wear is a red shirt, a Hawaiian shirt,
Hold
a
on.
black
You
shirt.
can wear Hawaiian. You just cannot wear blue, purple, orange, or red. That's in the rule set. Those 4 colors you're not allowed to wear. Because blue
Isn't
and
that
purple.
the only colors that Hawaiian shirts come in?
No, I'm wearing hold on.
Oh, right. You're wearing your sample shirt.
I'm wearing one of the Frankenstein shirts.
All right. So
This, no, it's mostly orange. This, certainly not, because you're probably going to get your ass tackled.
what
Certainly
about
not.
purple flannel?
Purple flannel? Yeah, you can wear purple flannel. Just
You can
not
wear purple
Hawaiian.
flannel as much as I hate flannel and want to tell you no, but yeah, no. You want to be a lumberjack, that's okay.
Does he have a whole crew protecting him? You don't know. You don't know what Nikolai has. But you can wear any civilian except for black, tan, black and tan, Hawaiian shirt, save for blue, purple, red, or orange. Red shirt, orange shirt. Those are the only colors you're not allowed to wear. So you can, and when it comes to green bottoms, if you have a straight up pimp suit, you can wear that. If you have a full on Russian tracksuit, you can wear that because that's obviously cartel. All right. But the tracksuit better be not black, anything but black. Okay, guys. Blue, even if it's dark blue, will be okay as long as it's got the stripes on it.
Or
Yeah.
red. Don't wear the red one. And
Yeah,
honestly, if somebody shows up wearing the Aldi's tracksuit, I'm going to give you an extra raffle ticket. Have you seen this thing yet?
I've seen it's purple, not a purple Hawaiian shirt, Rick. Not a purple Hawaiian shirt. If it's any other shirt, I don't give a shit. This not purple Hawaiian, because when it comes down to Nikolai, there have already been threats that people are going to come up and tackle me. Now, here's a great rule of thumb. If I'm not in my hiding spot inside and the mission's in play, and you see me outside sitting in my lawn chair, you come up and tackle me, you're probably going to get fucked up, to be blunt. Because after I'm captured for that Evo, we'll do a mission for the side that captured us. They'll score points and do it if they successfully get Nikolai back to their base for debriefing. Then them and the Op 4 will go off and do some fun stuff. And then Nikolai will be for hire in front of F with the rest of the Op 4. Okay. He'll take bribes from either side, right? And unlike last time, the Op 4 is not going to suddenly turn on you and kill you all. You have them for a set amount of time, okay? Especially if it's for a fragger or whatever. All right, so whatever team captures Nikolai, the first Evo, the second Evo, it's the other team's turn. All right, so that's why I said, Tribe, if it's the first one, try to find me as fast as possible. Try to be the ones that break through. The Op 4 team has the same amount of revives that you all have, but they can't just step off to the side and revive. They have to be medic just like everybody else. And if they're all dead, they have to go back to their respawn point to respawn. All right. You could try it. I mean, that's a valid tactic. So
You'd have better luck leaving a trail of licorice or something. Just
So-
jerky.
Let's talk about the Nikolai missions, or any time that you guys go to try to capture Nikolai. The first time you shoot me, I'll go down, and then I should be thoroughly searched. If I'm thoroughly searched, you then say, we are medicing you, and you better have your hands on me, because if not, as soon as I'm up, after the 15-second count, I am going to be fighting. Nikolai will be fighting back. He will be reaching for any available weapon that he has, because he doesn't want to be captured. At that point, once he's revived, he now has 3 lives. All right. Don't be like, who was it? The Federalists last time, where they had me literally 5 feet from their CO, and then I got shot shot the third time.
It was less than 5 feet. He was like right there.
He was right there, but he was walking up, and I was able to pull a gun, and I then got shot for my effort. So the if you do not want to be physical with Nikolai, if you see a dude in a Hawaiian shirt, blue or purple, being carried by several people, or not carried, but dragged along, you cannot carry me up off the ground because I'm too fucking fat for that. You cannot put physical restraints on my arms. You have to hold on to me tightly. Anybody that's within my any weapon that's within my reach, I will go for. If you have grenades dangling on your kit, yeah, well, probably shouldn't do that and be anywhere near Nikolai. All right. No other prisoner is allowed to do this unless Aaron from X-Dog shows up, because that'll be Nicolo. All right. So Nikolai, Nicolo.
They're plotting on you already.
I know they are. They've been doing it the entire time. She's already sent me something where they're talking about, grabbing me by my balls and twisting, which, yeah. Anyways, almost, but almost only counts on horseshoes and hand grenades. This time, if Nikolai gets killed before he gets back to the CO by the people or by that faction that is capturing him, you lose points. You don't want to do that. You can't rid out my services to drag you in with my scooter. No, because that is painful. All right. There will be times where I'll have to yell out pineapple juice. That's everybody stop what they're doing because you've done something that has actually hurt me. All right. At that point in time, we're going to reset, make sure that I'm okay. You're going to be able to get your grips back on, and I'll say, "You ready?" If you say yes, be like, "Game on," allow you guys to tighten up, and then we'll start from there. All right. I don't do it unless I'm actually being physically hurt. If you use Nikolai as a human shield, he dies 3 times. He's dead, and you don't score the points. I would not advise doing that. I would advise meat shielding, because if Cartel has Nikolai, DEA can shoot Nikolai to fuck with their chance to collect an objective. Okay. For the first round, you guys can kill everybody else around. That's the only time that the lives will reset. If it's the first round, Cartel has me, and I get shot as along with the rest of Cartel, and DEA comes up. DEA still has 3 lives to get me back. All right. Yeah, I know there's people that are ready to tackle me. It's okay. That's why I'm saying. That's why nobody's allowed to wear a blue or purple Hawaiian shirt. So just be aware of that. The lack of comms. Well, you guys have plenty of comms now because you got comms guys all inside of DEA. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord and join the DEA and chats and all that stuff. Cartel for the win. Let's go. All right. Other rules, crack rules. And this is a cartel game, so that just gave no fucking context whatsoever. Shooting through cracks. All right. You cannot be, in order to shoot through a crack, you have to be greater than 10 feet. Your barrel of your muzzle has to be greater than 10 feet away from the crack. So, for example, I cannot be like this on the crack. But if I'm all the way back here, over 10 feet away, and I shoot through the crack and I hit you, that is called marksmanship. All right. Understand, if somebody complains about somebody shooting through the crack and we have footage showing your barrel at that crack, there'll be massive war crimes in inventory. So if you guys are watching this and you go back to your CPs before games start, I highly recommend telling everybody on your team what the rules are that you've heard here. I'll be stressing him heavily during the safety brief. I'm doing every single safety brief. The reason why I do that is because I can look at everybody sitting there, because I guarantee you the fucking asshole that doesn't follow the rules is the one fucking asshole talking to his buddy or checking his fucking text without listening to the rules because they think they know everything. All right. Windows are never in play, ever. I don't give a shit if there's no fucking glass. I don't give a shit if there's no glass around it. If it's a fucking window, don't shoot out of it. Don't shoot into it either. You just can't. All right. There is some new avenues that have opened up on this field because I was able to get a door or 2 open. Cartel, you better watch your 6. All right. Because I want to wrap this up. Are there any other questions that are there? Oh, we fully established in the rules no full fucking auto in the buildings. All right.
That being said, if your finger is very excited, if your girlfriend's very excited about your finger control, don't simulate full auto inside the building either. If admin tells you to back off your trigger, I don't want to hear that it's similar. Just back off the trigger.
Lasers. Lasers are going to give you away at this AO. But if you have a laser on your gun and it gets pointed at somebody's face, you're in trouble.
There are accidents, and there's intention. If we find out you're doing it intentionally, that's an attempt to harm somebody. See you in the parking lot.
All right. So let me just, before I end this, I just want to go over what's going to happen Friday morning. All right. You guys can start piling up there on the side of the road before the gate as early as you really want to. I don't recommend it. Just, try to keep the road clear, but the gates will open at 1:00. If you're out there and you're in line and all of a sudden a bunch of people are driving past you to go on site and they're being let through the gate, it's because they're supposed to be there. They're either sponsor players, or staff that are coming on site to go in. All right. When you come on the property, as soon as those doors open up, you're going to be asked, what side are you on, cartel or DEA? If you tell us that you're on one of them, we're going to send you to a specific parking lot where you guys can camp. Per always on the map, DEA parks up here, cartel parks in the lower parking lot, and you also can camp out in the grass here. DEA has up here. This one right here, right by 11, that's going to be Op 4 and staff camping area. All right. Shit. That screen. So understand that when you guys are out there, as soon as you're told to park, you're going to grab your gun, your iPro, whatever makes your gun go pew, go inside immediately, sign your waivers, or bring signed waivers, which I will put up the waiver for Big House Produce today. I'll get it up on the Discord here real soon. And you guys will be able to chrono. Now, here's the other thing. You guys are going to get into two lines. One's going to be for cartel. One's going to be for DEA. If you have a JTF mission, you go to the front of the line. Reason being is we need to get you in there, registered, get yourselves out to chrono and so you guys can be ready to go. At 6:00, and there's going to be safety briefs going on nonstop. All right, I'm going to run safety brief about every 15, 20 minutes. When one ends, I'm going to take about a 5-minute break to drink or whatever. Go cry in the closet, come back out, and then do another safety brief. At 6:00 is the JTF mission brief, safety brief. If you do not have a JTF ticket and you want to go to a JTF mission, go to the safety brief in case somebody does not show up. It always happens. If you have a JTF ticket and you miss that safety brief, you have forfeited your ticket. You will not be able to do a JTF mission. Okay. Your spot will be sold to somebody else. You're forfeiting your ticket. You will not be reimbursed. And for the people that are asking for refunds this close to the event, we are not issuing refunds. You'll have to find somebody else to buy your ticket.
Quick fire, real quick, 1 sec. Yes, lasers are good for marked areas. We already went over that. Chrono will be open on Friday, so you can sign into all your stuff. D-Hop Vero criteria. If you bought a D-Hop from Papa, he gave you a nub, and that's the only nub you need for it. That's it.
So yeah. You guys will be able to get chronoed, safety brief done. All right. When the JTF mission brief is going on, we're not doing any registering or anything else because they're going to be utilizing the same room. We might be able to if everybody's quiet enough. So we'll be able to take care of all that. If you guys have any questions at any point in time, what I'm going to ask you to do before you ask or send a message, and I don't mean to sound callous, I don't mean to sound like a dick, use the search function on Discord or Facebook. More than likely your question's already been asked. So it keeps me from having to respond to stuff. All right. If you guys are coming out, thanks for the tip there, Bugbait. If you guys are coming out to help out, to do cleanup and everything else, we are looking for help for cleanup for Wednesday and Thursday. I guess Friday too. You guys will be able to walk the AO Friday up until about 7 o'clock. At that point in time, you guys got to come off because we're going to do the night mission. I do not have any details on my night mission because that's not what I do. All right, that's going to be a thing there.
That's a 2-con problem.
Yeah, it's a 2-con problem. All right, but we got tons of control boxes. All the control boxes have the same functionality. You have a green button, a tan button. Push your fucking side. All right, if you can't see it, maybe we'll put masking tape and write cartel and DEA again with somebody that has better handwriting than me. All right, see anything else that's there? Oh, no fucking drugs on the AO, okay? The bathrooms don't work. Don't fucking use them. The porta potties do work. You can use them. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Porta potties are not hardcover. Porta potties are not covered, period. Do not run into a porta potty taking cover because it's right in front of the chapel. Okay? It's strategically placed there. If the porta potties get shot, whoever shot the porta potty is going home because it's directly in line with the chapel. Maurice, the rules have been updated. They've been updated and they've been posted already. Don't shit in the damn toilets. All right. Any other questions? Because the only thing that you can't use tags for is aerials, man. I mean, I don't understand how people have not grasped this. Are there vehicles that play this game? There are not. There was one other question people had about the medic bags. We're not using medic bags this game, so don't worry about it. The tag shells have never been allowed to be anti-personnel devices, ever. So it only applies to vehicles. And we said that the battle bus is not going to be in play to be shot at. Don't shoot the battle bus. Don't worry. We'll address all this stuff at the safety brief if you missed that already. We're dealing. We've been expecting this for 2 years. My mom's got a lot of health issues. Pretty much the osteoporosis is the same thing that happened to my grandfather. My mom fell Saturday, broke her back, or severely fractured her back, and the pain's too great. So she had decided to make the decision for herself that she is just not going to do it anymore. So we're just going to manage the pain and hospice and everything else and go from there. So the A for Steve Tom, Alpha is Cartel 8 or Ocho is DEA, and your faction has Foxtrot. So, I know what I was going to say. The one more thing that's going to be in the safety brief too. If people are yelling for a medic, you go up and medic them, and they happen to read the wrong sides, and you medic them, and they shoot you. Don't fucking get pissed because you didn't look at the camel color. That simple. You can medic enemy players. If you medic enemy players, not taking them prisoner, but medic them with a tourniquet. So again, if you go up and say, I'm taking you prisoner, you're not medicing them. You're not putting a medic on them. You are stabilizing them so they can be transported back. Alpha is Cartel. 8 is DEA. Op 4 is Foxtrot. Civilians have no AA. They mingle around. Yes, there's going to be refs, and there's also going to be embedded admins. We have a lot of embedded admins. That's one of the things that we do well. They patrol their side. Civilians patrol can correct anybody. Op 4 can correct anybody. Red shirts can correct anybody. Myself, Sin, 2Con can correct anybody. If it's a DEA member, they can only correct DEA people unless it's something so egregious that it requires them to come out of game to deal with it. Okay, so you police your own side. No, 2 tourniquets. You can carry more, but you can only be medic twice. You can only be revived twice.
If you want to run around with a bag full of tourniquets, man, be that guy. Be that hero.
The little things going down, the kill tab things not available for us. Because you have essentially putting a tourniquet on simulates a 15-second revive, right? Right now, and Steve, I'll give you a buzz in a minute. Pretty much we've already addressed it, but yeah, it's good for now until a fire breaks out. Then it'll be a no-go. If you're camping out on site and you plan to use a campfire, it must be raised up off the ground, and you must have some sort of fire suppression kit, whether it be a fire extinguisher or 2 gallons of water. All right, either or. Also, quiet time is at 11:30, so keep the noise down. Then we have a bunch of the same people that are coming back again, Maurice. If you guys see frags and everything else, if you see trash, bring it in because you will be rewarded for bringing trash in. The CPs should be cleaned up by the respective sides. Make sure they're nice and clean when you go to leave, because I really am asking and begging the players to make it to where I don't have to come back up after I go home and bury my mother. All right. Saturday morning, it's on the rules. It starts at I want to say 10 a.m.
I believe it is still 10 a.m.
It's something. I'm trying to pull my rules packet. Oh, here we go. All right. Friday, Saturday, 7 to 9:15, 7 a.m. to 9:15 a.m. is check-in and chrono. 9:20, the updates for the pyro safety brief and all that, the muster formation will begin. At 9:50, you guys will walk out to both your staging areas. At 10 a.m. on the spot, Game 1 Evo Start X. That's when it starts. 1 o'clock is lunch. From 1 to 2:15 will be the lunch break. 2:15, we will do muster again in front of Building H, between H and 2 in that big courtyard area. We'll give you guys a game update, 2:30, and then you guys will move out by 2:20 to your locations. 2:30, you guys will do Start X. 6 p.m. dinner. Motherfucker. Oh, that didn't get in there. 6:15, we're going to have the charity pieing, where we throw pies in people's faces for stuff. It's in the rules packet, Steve. You can find the new rules on Big House Milsom community page or in the Discord. So, all right. I think that's pretty much everything that you guys need. Anything else will be covered in safety brief. Just remember, respect this AO. Blade triggers, as far as I'm aware, they have to have a trigger guard.
No blade triggers. No double tap triggers. They have to have a trigger guard. No extended trigger guards, just so you can try to wedge in a blade trigger.
What he said. Oh, that was the other change. You can only bring 3 guns unless you're bringing all your team's guns, which don't abuse this shit, guys. Bring 3 guns to Chrono at max. If your 3rd gun goes down, we'll get you out of Chrono to Chrono 4th gun, but bring 3 guns to Chrono. We're trying to make Chrono fast and easy. There's going to be a lot of people out on the field. We have sold out. If everybody brings 3 guns, that could be 1,500 guns we're chronoing. No, thank you. Okay. No, actually, obey the new rule number 1 is don't stress out Joker this weekend. If you lay hands on another player, you will be going home. If you get angry enough over being slung plastic BBs and you lay hands on another player, you're done. Just done. There's going to be harsh words. You might be lucky enough if you don't get banned from future events, which I think I just made a really cool deal that might get us another really cool ass AO that hopefully I'll be able to announce sometime next month. If you touch somebody because you're pissed off that you got hit by a BB, nah. If somebody's full autoing you, somebody's spamming you, somebody's doing some fucking dick shit to you, get a fucking admin. The admins will deal with that individual. I guarantee it. The admins are probably going to be more hyper vigilant now than anything else. Who would ever do what? Touch and lay hands on somebody? It happened last game. All right. I can tell you right now that the staff takes direction from Toucan, Sin, and myself. And I'm a guy that's usually pretty laid back and everything else. I'm going to be wound pretty tight this weekend. Not going to lie. And I don't want to, if I have to come out of character, if I have to stop what I'm doing to deal with some stupid bullshit that a player's doing, it's not going to be happy for that player. It really isn't. So, all y'all, please. No, Sam, Smurf, that is not the rule set right now. That's an expired rule set. I cannot update them without going home and logging into GoDaddy at home. So that is not the up-to-date rule set. All right. Now I'm not about to walk my wife on how to do it. Admins are friends, not food. We're really asking for the people that are there, and we're going to ask this of every single person there. Don't add to stress. Let's have an awesome game to where I could justify staying up here and not being home. All right, guys. Let's have a good game. Let's have a fun game.
We're all just nerds LARPing in the woods, guys.
Maurice, it happened because people got upset. And I can tell you right now, if I'm riding on the back of that truck again and I come up to a fucking spawn and people start yelling at me, it's going to be a bad day. It will be a bad day. It's going to be a super fun weekend. Best thing that you guys can all do is police your own guys, right? If you're in a squad, one of your squad members is acting out, show them the fuck out. If another team is cheating, get an admin, because an admin will deal with it. We are a channel that is dedicated to trying to eliminate cheating in this sport. Okay? Understand, too, that just because you're shooting at that dude that you think is only 100 feet away, maybe they're 200 feet away and your BBs are falling short. If you're shooting inside of a corridor and you see the BBs bouncing off them and everything else, call for an admin. Yell, admin. If it's one of our embedded admins on DEA side or cartel side and they're watching the opposing team not call their hits, they're going to call an admin on the radio. That admin's going to come over and he's going to go, that dude is not calling his hits. Who do you think we're going to believe? We're going to believe our embeds. Our embeds are people that we trust to make the proper decisions. However, we don't want player perspective to say, oh, that DEA guy's just removing me because I'm their enemy. Our admins that play this game, we told them to bring 2 sets of clothes so we can swap them out if we want to. We do this so that way you all don't know who's got a red wristband on. You might know a couple of them, but you don't know them all. And there's 70 people that have red wristbands for us? You never know who all of our embeds are. And if we ever catch if you do feel that an embed is doing something and you have footage, show me footage. Not at that exact time, during a break, because we're not going to deal with it at that time. Tempers are too hot. Simply walk back to respawn. If any admin on either side or anywhere tells you, take a walk, take the fucking walk. Don't mouth off. Don't run off. Most of our admins are volunteers. They're there to make sure that you guys have a good time. Treat them with the same respect. I'm here making sure you guys have a good time. Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm going to address this real quick. Owen, in this case, exactly as you're stating, if that person thought you were shooting hot, he should have got an admin, and the admin would have whipped the crown out of his bag and checked you on the spot. Period. You are not at fault for not going to go get your gun checked.
Cool.
He should have reported that to an admin, and an admin would have come over and checked your gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's that
there's going to be a massive temperature fluctuation throughout the day. It's going to go from 45 degrees, especially if you're in the basements. The basements are like 42 degrees right now. To me, it's fucking fantastic. And then you go outside, it's 79 degrees. Those tanks can have issues. Owen, if somebody is yelling at you, just simply walk away. All right.
Walk away and tell admin. I know everybody thinks it's stupid. Everybody thinks it's childish. They don't want to do it. Tell an admin. We cannot fix a problem if we do not know it exists. If we find out about something like this hours later, all we can do is sternly talk to them. Let us know when it happens. Don't interrupt. Don't let it ruin your game. Say, I need an admin. Tell the admin what happened. Continue playing.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. If you see if the only time that you really need to come out, or trying to find the right way, blind man's going to be the safety word of the day. So if you hear blind man, you take your mag out, you go down to one knee. I don't want to see people milling around and everything else. If you hear blind man, take a mag out, go down to one knee.
The only time, sorry, before we get ahead, the only time you move is if it's an actual blind man, glasses are moving off, you cover them. Only time.
No, there's another time too. There's an actual fire.
Okay.
You could run and stomp out the fire. The admins are there for you guys. They're there for the game first, because if the players have a bad time, it's there. We're cramming a huge amount of people onto this AO, and there's going to be tight sections. There's going to be buildings that you might not be able to penetrate because of how many people are stacked inside of them. The cell blocks, D, E, J, are cell blocks. They're tended to be narrow ingresses and all that. You might not be able to get in or out. 4, 5, and 6 are a lot more open. 1 is a lot more open. Those buildings, 7 only has 2 points of entry. So it's like C has 3 points of entry. 3 points of entry. There's 3, front, back, and in the back door.
Okay.
So understand that if you can't get in there, we have other options where you guys can earn JDAMs, mortar strikes. You can blow up fucking buildings to kill everybody inside. There's stuff like that that can happen. Admins are going to be on hand.
All medics check in with admin when they get on site.
Yes, we have to check. We have to check credentials. So if you're a medic, we need to see some sort of proof that you are one. We had one guy claim to be a medic, and the fucker didn't know how to do CPR. Outdoor is green light for now. I think that's it, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and go take some time now. I'm going to step away and deal with some shit. If anybody wants to come out and help with setup or anything else, make sure you reach out to me before you come on property so I know you're coming. And we'll go from there. So with that being said, we're going to have a great event this weekend. And if you all can help us make sure we have a great event this weekend, I would love to make sure that that happens, that we have a good time so it justifies me being up here. I want to thank all the staff and everybody else for what they're about to go through and what we're about to do and what we're going to continue to do. And with that being said, I'm joking for Players Wanted. With me is the man with the high fucking A this way. The other way is this way at the house. This one's this fucking way. The man with the high cap, the man with the mohawk, the king of the fucking high cap is Virtue from Sinister Customs. And until next time, may your BBs fly true and your opponents call your heads good night.